folks, I've got to go off air right now, and we've got a very powerful video that's on drudgereport.com where leftists throw fists, spit on people. It's a compilation of the Women's March. I got to go off air because William Binney, former technical head of the National Security Agency, the main technical advisor, obviously, on the big film Snowden, who's advised the president and the CIA director Pompeo. He's now advising the president. He's going to be joining us next hour. He just said, hey, here, why don't you just have the actual memo they're talking about? Now, there's another memo they're writing about this memo, but here it is, just sent to us. I've got to go off air. This is the classified memo right here. I mean, I told you I have sources and that I'd reverse engineered it, but I guess the decision's been made by whoever's telling Benny to send this to us. Document cam, please. And it's a lot more is coming up after the break. Okay, this is happening right now. Can we do a document cam shot, please? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first look. You want to look at it? Got the whole thing. In fact, the rest of it's coming out of the printer, guys. Will you bring it to me, please? The one by my office in the hall. Here it is. This is why I'm having trouble conducting the show here, the broadcast. United States Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, Washington, D.C., April 26, 2017. Leanne Flynn Hall, clerk of the court. And it is not very redacted either. And it's classified, top secret. And then you want it, you got it. Tomorrow's news today. This is what Congress has got. But they've got an unredacted one, except for some code names. They've got one even less redacted than this. But this is nowhere in the press, by the way. I mean, I knew this was coming in earlier, and I was dealing with it, trying to conduct the broadcast while I knew all this was going on. And now I'm trying to go over all this. But here it is. Let's just get a document cam shot on this right now so I can send this out live. People can then stop it and rewind it, and the press and people can look at it and go back over it. There's page 1. That's a good shot right there. There's page 2. Page 3. Don't normally do this on air, but obviously this is important. Infowars.com/show if you want to see this. This is all how they did it to Trump, how they tracked it, all the spying. Good God. So it's all right here. Now, I want to explain, though. Congress is writing their report on this memo that's a roadmap to the perjury and the lying and all the rest of it. So that's a separate part. Their report on the memo and then what it connects to. And the organized, brazen conspiracy to overturn the election and defraud the civil rights of U.S. citizens. I mean, the amount of crimes committed here are just absolutely staggering when you read this stuff. Their authorization, they say, for spying on Trump was weapons of mass destruction and working for a foreign intelligence operation. Look at the stuff they said to get this. So it just goes on, and obviously this is like trying to eat an elephant in one bite. I think for everybody's safety, we're just going to go ahead and post this and send out a link to this the next 10 minutes. The original actual memo they're talking about that we now have right here for you first. But then, as I'm saying, don't get confused. There's another memo, and they're hyping it, saying the contents of the memo, we're going to put a report out soon. And then they put a report out with this because this catches them in all the different lies and perjury. And remember CNN saying nobody's spying on Trump. MSNBC, the New York Times, we made this up, and InfoWars made this up, and our guest made it up. We had William Binney on at the time, who is now advising the president. I'm just going to leave it at that. So you can put 2 and 2 together, but we appreciate Mr. Binney sending us this. And, of course, it was hiding in plain view, legally done. And I'm not at liberty to tell you yet, but we're not breaking any laws doing this right now. But this is why they hate us. I've got to go off air. Roger Stone, I've just made abreast of the information. I got to go make phone calls. I got the former head of the NSA coming on next hour who sent us this information just about an hour ago. So I've been on air, not complaining here. It's just hard to do, trying to host a show while I decide what to do with this. I've made the decision. I'm going to go to Zach, one of the producers, and Roger Stone here, for this segment. You and I are going to go get this file. We're going to post it on Infowars.com right now, Kit. I've called Rob Dew and Nico Acosta, who are off doing a hiring deal right now, an interview. Told them, drop that. Give the guy $100 or something. Come back over here. All hands on deck at the newsroom. We have the secret memo. We have it first, and I'm going to tell people where to get it in just a minute, okay? But you're about to get this right now. And I told people I'd already been told the contents by sources. Well, I guess people just decided to go ahead and give it all to you right here because fortune favors the bold. They know they're going to give it to you on the file. Just post it and say, this is the secret FISA court memo, and we now have it. We've now had a chance to scan it. This has people going to the court during the election and saying, this is illegal, you need to stop. So there was a fight in the court. That's why the judges recused themselves and everything. We have to get everybody reading this now. We got to get Paul Watson in England. I'm trying to call him during the break. I'm not bitching. I'm just saying this is all hands on deck. Paul's got to get on this, everybody. I'm not going to shit on this. I'm going to blast it out right now so everybody's got to cover it.